The link between ultra-processed foods and cancer risk is one of the most alarming findings in modern nutritional science, yet it remains grossly underestimated in public awareness. As global cancer rates continue to climb, many people focus on genetic risk factors, environmental pollutants, or smoking, while overlooking the most consistent, daily exposure to carcinogenic influence, the food we eat. Ultra-processed foods are not just nutritionally inferior, they are chemically manipulated, densely packed with harmful additives, and structurally altered in ways that may actively promote tumor growth. When consumed regularly, they do far more than simply displace healthy calories. They create conditions in the body that can set the stage for cancer development over time, often silently, until it's too late. Colorectal cancer, one of the most common and deadly forms, has shown a particularly strong correlation with high consumption of ultra-processed foods. The reasons are multifaceted. First, the typical processed diet is alarmingly low in dietary fiber, a nutrient known to protect the colon by promoting healthy bowel movements, supporting gut bacteria, and reducing inflammation in the intestinal lining. In its absence, digestion slows, exposure to potential carcinogens in the gut lengthens, and protective microbial activity diminishes. But worse still are the actual chemical compounds formed or included in ultra-processed products. Preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, commonly used in processed meats and snacks, can convert into nitrosamines, compounds known to be carcinogenic, particularly to the digestive tract. Then there are emulsifiers, artificial colors, sweeteners, and flavor enhancers, many of which have shown troubling results in animal studies and early human epidemiological research. While individual additives may be deemed safe by regulatory agencies when tested in isolation and at low doses, real-world consumption involves constant, cumulative exposure to dozens of these substances, often in unpredictable combinations. This chemical cocktail does not mimic any natural food or evolutionary diet. We are now asking our bodies to process ingredients that have no historical precedent, and that has consequences. Breast cancer is another area where ultra-processed foods show increasing association. High intake of sugar-laden beverages, pastries, and processed snacks has been linked with increased insulin resistance, weight gain, and hormonal disruption, all factors implicated in breast cancer risk. In women, ultra-processed diets can contribute to estrogen imbalances by increasing body fat, especially visceral fat, which is hormonally active and promotes systemic inflammation. Chronic inflammation, in turn, is a known driver of cellular mutation, tumor growth, and cancer progression. Add to that the potential endocrine-disrupting effects of food packaging, plastic containers, BPA-lined cans, and heat-reactive wrappers, and you have a perfect storm of dietary and environmental risk. Yet perhaps the most chilling aspect of this problem is its normalization. Ultra-processed foods are the backbone of modern convenience, marketed as safe, modern, affordable, and fun. Children grow up eating fluorescent cereals and microwavable dinners. Teens rely on fast food, adults on packaged snacks and energy drinks. In many low-income areas, these foods are not just common, they are the only option. And so the exposure begins early, continues relentlessly, and is often passed from generation to generation. It's not surprising, then, that we're seeing younger cases of cancer, more aggressive tumors, and rising incidences of cancers once considered rare. This is not just a matter of poor nutrition. It's a matter of biological disruption, of flooding the body with inflammatory compounds, chemical additives, and sugar-fueled oxidative stress, while starving it of the protective compounds found in whole, minimally processed foods. Fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, and whole grains contain thousands of phytochemicals, antioxidants, fiber, anti-inflammatory agents that help prevent DNA damage, promote repair, and strengthen the immune system. Ultra-processed foods have stripped all of this away and replaced it with empty energy and toxic fillers. It is a trade-off that the body cannot afford. Public health campaigns often focus on calorie control, exercise, and smoking cessation, but the cancer risks tied to ultra-processed foods are just as urgent. Every day that these products dominate our plates, we increase our lifetime exposure to carcinogenic compounds, weaken our natural defenses, and normalize a diet that may very well be fueling the cancer epidemic from the inside out. In the final analysis, the association between ultra-processed foods and cancer is not just a matter of correlation, It is a growing body of mechanistic, biological, and epidemiological evidence converging on a single truth. We are eating ourselves into disease. And unless this reality is confronted directly, with stronger regulations, better food education, and systemic change, we will continue to feed the conditions that make cancer more common, more aggressive, and more deadly with each passing year.